to Uptown
Order
Talk.
bottles.
Move the bottles.
Oh,
He said order bottles, nigga.
I'm like, damn, y'all just want to go to the club, holla at me. Come on now.
Last time you went
This
to the
man's gonna
club?
host it.
It's actually been I mean, me
Like on some party and shit.
I went to a Speakeasy last Saturday. I don't know if that's
Is
just
that what you went with Leela?
Huh?
I hate shit like that.
What, a Speakeasy?
Yeah.
Nigga, you have to go to places, nigga. The Speakeasy
Yeah, I
be
ain't going to
fire.
the Speakeasy is actually kind of...
No, the Speakeasy, because you gotta think, they're not like regular spots. They not like, I'm not gonna say the place you like a club, but nigga, the spot I was at, it was like just chills. Niggas drinking.
The brown in my eyes.
Nigga, they give you cups like this with a big ass piece of ice.
Yeah, no, listen, the Speakeasy was mad lit. I did enjoy that shit because it was kind of funny because it was like you walked into a pizzeria and it was like, yeah, what's the secret passcode type shit, and I was like, I just started pulling out my ID and then Leela got me in. So
You started this shit, didn't you?
absolutely.
It sounds like a clicking sound. Though.
Oh, that's my. Don't worry, it's not gonna be. It shouldn't pop up.
Nah, let's worry. Start this shit over.
No, we starting from here.
I mean, shit,
Welcome
that's
to
where we
episode
at
70.
with it. You said what?
Welcome to episode 70. We starting from here.
What you starting the pause now?
Since
I
you
mean,
want to be
shit.
since you want to be absent last week,
I mean, shit. I got things to do like work, motherfucker.
You know, life
This
outside of this.
Yeah,
bro. This
I'm
shit.
sorry,
only-
I never been a fan of that Speakeasy shit. I'm sorry, bro.
What, the Speakeasy?
That shit don't really move me like that.
But
Why?
have you ever like been to one though?
I seen him on Tyler Perry films.
So you've never been there?
I was just watching. What's that one?
Man, Tyler Perry.
I was just watching Medea Family Reunion, and that's where he took her on the first date. And
Man.
he was painting a picture of her while she was speaking.
Man, Tyler Perry films do the Speakeasies what Tyler Perry films do to black people.
And I'm about to say
Make
that's
them
like
look bad.
that's like someone be like, man, I don't know, like yo, black women be wild. It's like, why you say that? It's like I was watching this Tyler Perry movie, and I'll be like, nigga, I ought to drop kick you in the face if you taking a Tyler Perry movie as a reference.
What's wrong with
His
you?
never. Excuse me. His next reference is gonna be a Maury.
I was saying, that nigga said never reference. Never reference.
That should be a clip. You gotta clip that one.
Maybe I'll go to one in real life.
No, yo, I went to a
Yeah, I don't
Speakeasy
know.
with my man.
I don't know why you felt like you could take anything off TV and movies and be like, you know what, this thing is bad because I saw it on TV.
No, I'm telling you, bro. Like I literally.
Unless it's sorry, I don't know why.
What you
people
trying
do
to?
that.
You trying to get the game?
No, I was trying to display this. I don't know
This
why.
nigga been whooping ass in UFC so bad. He like
trying to really show his dominance.
He want to give us live footage.
Yo, I started having PTSD as soon as you heard the sound.
I'm like, man, I'm trying to build a character on this pod. Like, goddamn, this shit gonna watch me get my ass whooped.
I know. You gotta go to therapy every time you see me in UFC. It's okay.
Yeah, how was everybody week?
Word, man. It's episode 7.
I mean, that's all right. Let's start from Sean since you wasn't here last week.
Look, man, I've been working and ready to pod. That's why I've been missing y'all niggas, man.
Have you?
Definitely miss you too.
Nah, I'm lying.
Or
Not to you, Tyler.
Oh, wait, you missed him?
Yeah, I
It's
miss
alright.
Tyler.
You never. I mean,
Only because he looks like Denzel in the 90s.
Who?
Tyler.
See, I can't have a reaction to that because what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Can't even smirk.
Yeah, I know. His little ass started blushing.
He can't hide the excitement.
Like, yo, you for real?
He's like, what?
That's how I used to. That's how.
He's about to be like, wait, what movie?
He definitely gonna be like, no, chill. Like,
chill.
not too much.
But is it Malcolm
I
X?
did hear that before.
He's like, gotta be Gladiator.
The brother's starving.
How was your week, my boy?
Week was chill. A lot of work. Fitness reels. Getting up at 5 a.m. to hit the gym. So
You gotta start talking in your fitness reels.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or
you gotta start,
I gotta get the microphone. That's what I gotta get.
Gotta use your voice.
And I gotta invest in a nice camera.
They miss hearing your voice. I miss it.
I appreciate that. But
No diddy.
word.
No diddy.
Please.
It's my brother.
But I gotta chop it up with Toastin about the camera.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which camera?
Nah, he's just talking about getting a camera.
Yeah,
You
in
wasn't
general,
following
yeah.
along? Damn, you don't listen to your brother?
Bro,
That's crazy. Nah,
how was your week, Tosin?
why'd you skip Tyler?
Because you're right there. And I
Go
see your
Tyler
hat.
first. It's going in order, so we're gonna stay in order. How was your work? I mean, your week, firefighter.
Sure, I'm rubbing off.
And badly.
My week was good. The baby turned 39 weeks yesterday.
Top.
We're awaiting his arrival any day now. Son, if you ever watch this, please wait a week. We would love to have you in April, but we're just praying for a happy delivery, healthy
Speaking
delivery.
to the mic too. You gotta get a little closer.
God, Tommy.
Yeah.
No,
God did.
Nah, I'm just saying because I can see right here. Like,
nah, but just before we go to toasting, I do want to ask, like, honestly, like, how you feeling about that? Like, you're literally about to be a dad, cuz, like, how you feel?
Yeah, it definitely feels surreal a lot of the time. Like, even like before we came here, like I was laying down and like he was just having like a whole acrobat session in her stomach, and I'm just like,
I know that shit gotta be crazy.
like
bro.
soon you're gonna be like, I can hold you in my hands, you know?
In the flesh.
Yeah. So it's still surreal, but y'all gonna be the first ones to know how I really feel about this shit.
thank God it's the woman that have to go through pregnancy and not the man.
Man, shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. If I was
Amen to
pregnant, I had to be pregnant. I'd be a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna be so. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna pull up to the hospital just like paid in full, like 2 big ass bottles of champagne, like congratulations, motherfucker. Congratulations, Julia.
Nah, facts. We need that.
You
we
did
definitely
it.
Need that.
You did it. Nah, but
How was your week?
Your week?
Yeah.
How was your week, Tosin?
I'm anxious to hear about your week.
It's nothing too crazy. It's been real busy. A lot of work stuff. A lot of photography stuff. Man, I've been busy, bro. I feel like I'm getting jumped by like just work and my job and be outside. But man, we pushed through. Thank God we about to enjoy this 4-day weekend now. 3-day weekend now.
Busy is good, but do you feel like you're getting stuff done?
Dang, you feel like my therapist right now.
Listen, I ain't come to play on this episode.
Hey, look.
I ain't come to play.
Okay, busy, but do I feel like I've got stuff done? Yeah, I've definitely got stuff done. It just feel like it be never. I think the problem is it be feeling like it's never ending sometimes, which I understand it's good to stay busy, but it just be like that time to have that break or, that minute or two to like decompress, maybe just play the game or something like that. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I haven't played the game since like the last time y'all was here.
Yeah.
Nah, you need that time. I be trying to tell Kayla that. I'm like, yo, you don't get like literally sometimes just spending an hour just playing the game. That shit just mellow you out to a certain place.
I'm over here like, damn, like I'm gonna let these guys catch up to me. Unfortunately, I mean, you saw what happened before here.
We gonna have to drop behind the scenes footage.
Put both y'all to sleep before round 2.
If you're listening to this pod and you know exactly who we are, hi.
Hey.
Glad that you're back. We're Uptown Talk. Now, if you're listening to this pod and you have no idea who you are, again, hello. We are Uptown Talk, here to satisfy all your needs and give you our opinions on everything happening in this crazy world. Tosin, stop dropping stuff while I'm giving you the introduction.
Interrupting the
I
perfect
ain't
intro.
gonna hold you. I was dropping stuff on your drop.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yo,
You know what
we
I'm
I
here.
didn't even know that.
I had to give a drop for
I
your
had
drop.
no idea.
We locked in.
I was giving you an alley-oop, man. Come on now.
With that being said, Tosin, can you put up the topic list so that we can get into some of this stuff?
I don't know why you don't memorize it.
Huh?
I don't know why you didn't memorize it, but keep going.
Look, man, I'm a man of many talents. I'm not perfect though.
All right, yeah, I'm bugging. Let me not be on your ass right
No,
now.
but it's the thing that's crazy though. We were just all talking, having a super long conversation. I feel like so many things has happened this week, and it's like hard to get to all of it. But we really just want to start off by giving our prayers, our condolences to all the people that were affected in Baltimore. Given like a little bit of my line of profession, I know about like those container ships. I know how crazy it is, and how wild of a scene that was. The bridge falling, and if you guys don't know,
if you
guys
background.
don't know exactly what I'm talking about, a Baltimore bridge. I'm mad that I don't know the name of the bridge, but if Tosin has a chance to look it up, he'll let us know. But the bridge fell down because it was hit by a container truck. What people don't really get out of all of that is that those container trucks are literally huge, and they weigh a crazy amount. It's gonna knock down a bridge if it hits it. So that happened. They said about 20, I think 6 casualties in all. But
I heard they're still like looking for people.
Yeah, they are still looking for people. But I do want to say that
the bridge is called the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Sorry about that.
Appreciate you, Jamie. But
what?
Nah, that's a Joe Budden reference. I mean a Joe Rogan reference. If you didn't get it,
I'm about to say, yo, stop doing all that advertising for all these other podcasts. Relax.
You're right.
You out of pocket right now. Cool out.
Sorry, guys. But yeah, with that being said, though, that happened. We want to give our condolences. The bridge fell. There was about 20 people missing at first, but I do want to give a big shout out to the people,
first responders,
to the first responders, but not only the Mayday call that was sent out as soon as the ship lost power, because what happened was it gave authorities and people that just are over the bridge and doing security for it enough time to like tell people not to get on. So they actually saved a lot of lives with that. So with that being said, we want to give our prayers, our condolences to everybody that was affected by that.
I do want to I guess put a spotlight on the mayor of Baltimore, who kind of handled like a lot of the media and press really good. There was definitely I didn't see exactly what was going on, but he did handle a couple questions really good that I liked when they were saying they asked him about when do you think you can focus? When do you think the bridge can be built back, or when do you think we work on construction? And in my head, even when they were asking a question, I said, "What? It literally just happened." He answers like, "Listen, we're not talking about no building anything. We're talking about the lives right now that was affected by this. We're trying to make sure that everybody's okay." And I'm just like, that especially coming from a very a black mayor, I'm like, that was a great answer, especially because just being black in general, sometimes it's always a spotlight on you is when you're in higher positions.
A young black mayor at that.
A young black mayor at that. I was about to say, I'm like, damn, did I go to school with this dude?
And I think he's like 40.
Yeah,
that's like 40.
He looked younger than that too. That's a crazy thing.
Guy.
But yeah, I was just like, it was good to see him,
handle that.
Exceed in the spotlight. And just carry a level of professionalism that I would like to see out of a mayor of a major city,
especially in a situation that happened so unexpectedly. So definitely our condolences to the people who lost their lives, and just keep your heads up to everybody in Baltimore who was affected by that, who knew somebody in that situation. Yes, we wish you the best of luck with recovering from the impact that had.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So just kind of moving on from that, because there's
real quick, the mayor is Brandon Scott.
That's lit. More information for them. But yeah, just moving on to like the next topic with all of that, because there's been so much stuff happening. We were having a conversation before the pod just about how things like entertainment, things like sports. You talk about I don't know, just drama that's going on in the zeitgeist. How those things could be distractions that take us away from like other major things happening, other crazy instances that are happening. So like, given like this Baltimore situation, and the idea came around like, is sports, is entertainment, are they things that are like distraction that could take us away from, I guess, more pressing issues that's happening around the neighborhood, around our country, and around the world. So I want to kind of get you guys take on that.
Who wants to start?
I don't mind. So I think with having topics like we recently talked about Caitlin Clark breaking a milestone with in women's sports and in college basketball, having her being like a big figure that's talked about when you have situations like the Israeli and Palestine situation, and the rapid famine and genocide that's going on. It's like, yes, we do want to highlight her and give her due praise and her respect, because that's a great accomplishment, but it's definitely other topics that could have more light shed on it. Not saying that her light needs to be dimmed at all, but it's other topics that needs to be more prevalent, so yeah, most definitely.
I think I definitely agree, because here's one thing: when we watch sports, sports is something that comes on every day. It's on the news. Even when we're growing up, we watch the news. Sports headlines always come up, but there are pressing issues in the world, like Quan was saying about the Palestine Israel conflict. That that's something I would definitely wanted to expound more about, but also what's going on in Democratic Congo, and as far as also like Niger, Burkina Faso, and I forgot what the third country is, but they're all having their own conflict in itself.
I think it's a conflict in the Sudan as well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We use sports to quell some of our like fears, our worries about stuff, and to an extent it serves a purpose, because listen, I do think sometimes sports does help you, like we were just talking about, decompress. Yes. Yeah, it in a sense helps you decompress, but you don't want to be in a sense sedated or and
overly consumed.
Yeah, because we was talking about it before, the ancient Rome, how ancient Rome would have the gladiator battles to distract the people with entertainment, to keep them away from the struggles that's going on in Rome. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the gladiator games, those things were something for people to come support, people for something to cheer, and like I said, sedate them from their actual struggles in life at that moment, whether it be mass poverty, the wars going on, things like that. And especially, like I said, the poverty aspect, which is something I'm looking at right now, because every great nation, the fall usually happens because the difference between the haves and have-nots becomes so wide in gap. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? They're like the middle class almost becomes like non-existent, and when there's no middle class, that's when it really because it's okay. People can be rich, people can be poor, and some people. But if there's a happy medium, then there can be peace, because not everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. Well, not everybody. Not everybody wants to. Doesn't have the aspiration to be rich. But if everybody can be satisfied, then and I feel like peace can flow. But if there's no, like I said, back to that middle class, then it's like it's just we're poor, and that means we're struggling here. So
I think like when it comes to the idea of something being a distraction, I feel like the way things, I would say, are the way that they're built always don't serve the purpose that they end up being when they come to fruition. So when I think about sports, or I think about entertainment, or people being able to monetize from that, or sports, like for basketball, like the way basketball started was just a game. These things are just game, and as they gain more popularity, being that we're in a capitalist society, they're able to create economies amongst themselves. They're able to get to have money poured into them, and the popularity grows, and thus the attraction grows to it. So I think I think this was a kind of like the conversation that we were kind of going around before about, are we saying that these things are their purpose in what they are to be a distraction, or by their popularity they become distractions based on how we engage with them? Mm-hmm. I think that's more of a way to look at it, because when you say like these things are distractions, I'm like, are we saying that they're inherently distractions? Like, is basketball and basketball and video games and music, are these things inherently distractions, or are they just natural occurrences of life that we give our attention to, thus we view them as distractions?
I think sports, they tend to be a natural flow of life that naturally happens. I think more on the entertainment side, it comes from a place of more overshadowing, and when it overshadows, it creates legs that a lot of people neglect responsibilities to end up tweeting, getting on other platforms, and it just becomes a major distraction.
But listen, I don't think a lot of things is meant to be that distraction. You get what I'm saying? But maybe powers that be, whoever it may be, they use that and turn it into something else. Like social media and the phones weren't meant to be like tools. Yeah, weren't meant to be tools to distract you. They were tools meant to make life easier. Yeah. But with one interpretation of a tool, someone else can make another interpretation, and then they use it for another purpose. I'm not saying that the initial person who said, yo, let's make basketball, let's make football, or even back to what I'm saying, the gladiator things, that probably was just people practicing how to fight, because that's probably one of the earliest forms of sport, practicing how to fight. And then they just saw like, people are engaged by this, and they're paying attention to this, and now it turns into, all right, we have the people's interest, and what can we do with this?
I'm glad you even mentioned that, though, because ultimately I think we have to understand how much our impact, like, has a matter in like what is like we're actually seeing. Like for the last how many years? How many times have we seen LeBron in the finals? How many times have we seen Stephen Curry in the finals? Like ultimately, the league is able to push like popular players, like people, like players that they know like everyone wants to see. Like somehow that's always the result. We can't ignore that sports is all becoming like the best storyline that we would like to see. Yeah, it's engaging. Yeah, like it's almost like engagement has become a super factor. Like more people would engage with this player. Like perfect example, like how many people talked about the Chiefs? Like, oh my gosh, I hope the Chiefs don't make the Super Bowl, all that and everything. But like they're watching. They're watching because they wanted to see if Mahomes is going to lose.
So basically what you're getting at is kind of like the fact of we have to investigate how much involvement we give these things, or how much power we give these things, like over our attention. Is that what you're kind of like getting at?
To me, I would say it's more of, okay, whether we address it as a distraction or not, I think we have to understand that like it's not just the sport anymore, because it now has become
a controlling factor.
It now has become like what we like to see. Like the viewer has a voice in what is going on. The engagement, the data, the analytics support certain outcomes. Like I said, more people will watch. I'm sorry, I cut you off. More people would watch if LeBron was in the finals. More people, most of the country, Lakers fans, Celtics fans, and we just got to Warriors fans. But back in the day, it was Chicago Bulls fans. I always think about, an early example of this was the Lakers when they was about to lose to the Kings. It's like that was historically bad in the Lakers' favor, where like, whether at that moment it was, we need to see the Lakers in the championship. We don't know if that's what it was at the moment, but like, what did it end up being? The Lakers, instituted a dynasty where that was an era. Like people loved the Kobe and Shaq era. That was an actual time in our life.
And to Tyler's point, if the Kings would have actually made the finals, that would have rewrote history. That would have rewrote history, and it wouldn't fit the narrative that that the league probably wanted to have. In that instance, having the Lakers there, and then just the fan base, the engagement with the casuals, the diehards, and all that. So yeah, that makes
but also look at it like this too. Like remember when LeBron had, I can't remember the exact story, but LeBron had something where he spoke out, I guess against, was it China or something like that? I guess like a political issue.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Yeah, but they came and they shut it down real quick.
Well, yeah,
because it spoke against whatever
business partners. Like China's like one of the NBA's biggest business partners.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It spoke against one of their major supporters, contributors, but it was about something that didn't involve sports, but it also was a global political issue in a sense. But also, you not have to look in the same light of how many Oh my god, my bad. How many? My bad. How many athletes do we have, right? And they get into wild assault cases, all these other things, and they try to sweep some of that stuff under the rug.
Well, yeah, I think that goes to trying to
but that's what I'm saying. That also goes back into like it doesn't serve their agenda if this major athlete or whatever may be going down, whatever major athlete, if this player goes down, then it affects their
bottom
program.
line.
Yeah, their bottom line.
And I think when it comes to, we're talking about corporations, we're talking about corporate greed, talking about these conglomerates trying to basically they are trying to get eyes. They want eyes. They want our attention. I'm not going to deny that these things want our attention. So I guess I'm kind of coming back to the idea of like some of these things can possibly be distractions, because at the end of the day, they do want your attention. Like Instagram, TikTok, those things, they want your attention. They actually try to build in mechanisms to keep you on the apps longer, because the longer you're on the app, the more money they're able to make, the more ad revenue they're able to bring in. So I'm not going to deny it. I think probably my only issue with the way in which some of the conversation is being broached is more from the lines of like, I don't think these things are inherently distractions, and I think like there's also a lot of good in them. If we're talking about sports, specifically talking about sports in this dynamic, like there's a lot of good in sports, so like I said, I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. Like actually through us having some of this conversation and just like me going through my line of thinking on it, I'm like, okay, like I get some of it, because at the end of the day, these corporations, the business that they're in is grabbing your attention. But also too, I will say for sports events, the best parts of it is for them to have your attention as much as possible, but for them to have your attention on the nights that they're having games, and the nights that they're having, whether that's you being in attendance or watching them. So
I think sports is the original. It's like the seed, the original, like distraction of everything, and then everything else also, like whether it be like gaming or anything else.
You're putting a lot on Sports Jacket.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's the original. Like, because when we talk, like I told you, going back to ancient history of Rome and the gladiators, that was the first. But then now, as more stuff started to happen, more development, technology, there was other things that we can use to distract us. You get what I'm saying? Whether it be, like I told you, gaming, technology, I don't know. It's a bunch of different things that we could use as far as that may be distractions in our life.
Nah, but when it comes to all of that, the idea of like distractions in life and things of that nature, I do think an important thing about it too, and just I keep saying conversations we were having, but they are all conversations we were having, is about what are you getting distracted from. And I think an important thing for us that we kind of always frequently mention and think about is like, what is like purpose. And I think like asking somebody like necessarily like, what is your purpose, is, I do believe it's a bit of a loaded question. It's like, so like, why are you on this earth? It's like, it's kind of a big thing to say, but I do think there's something to like finding out like, yo, what do I feel like I'm on this earth to do? What do I feel like I'm here to do? And what do I feel comfortable doing? So I just wanted to spend a moment for us to kind of like discuss like for us, like what has been like our passions, or like the purpose in which like we move, and things that we feel like we're put here to do.
I'm so glad you said literally exactly what you just said, though, because I do think we gotta distinguish between like something you're passionate about and if it's your purpose.
Yeah, okay.
That's first. Like you literally said what I was gonna first ask everyone, because I feel like a lot of people, they go so hard after like, yo, I need to do something I love, Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's always, what God destined for you to do. I don't always think that your passion aligns or has to align with purpose. So I just wanted to kind of, pose that out there to everybody.
But wait, let me ask you, how do you feel like when you're on your purpose?
I'm so glad you said that because I told you I prepared for this conversation. So I think I'm a living example of like letting God tell you what your purpose is. And I think that most people, because they don't like, move like by faith, I feel like they kind of take too much of those ideas into their own hands. When if you would talk to God about, what your purpose is, oftentimes he'll let you know, like, or he'll tell you. So, just providing some background, y'all used to always laugh at me for like doing like all these types of jobs, right? Like I literally tried, you watching this for the first time, I tried damn near like every job there was growing up. I worked at a bail bonds office.
I remember that shit.
At one point in my life. I worked at a car dealership at one point in my life. But
wait, we all had crazy jobs though.
All of us. But
now Tyler definitely did have the like most like this nigga would be working a new job like after he just told you got hired somewhere else.
Yeah, for sure. But at that time, that was me taking into account like trying to figure out my purpose for myself.
I'm not gonna lie though, like, and I want you to continue. I will say when you were doing all that stuff, I kind of did feel like that too. I was like, yo, I feel like this nigga's just like literally searching for what the fuck he wants to do.
Because at that time, I didn't even necessarily look at it as passion. I just wanted to find something I was good at. So like even like there was a system to selling cars, like, and they taught the system in the training, and I sold some cars, but the point was it's like, this is not something I really enjoy doing, so it didn't really align with what I wanted to do. But even before I knew God like the way I do now, and I tell everyone who will listen this story, like just based on my life growing up, I told God, I said, God, I saw how my life was growing up, and one thing that was very like pivotal in my development was my father, even though he didn't live with us, like he was always at my games. Like he was always like at a karate tournament I had or at a basketball game, right? And me growing up knowing I wanted to have a family, I told myself, no matter what, I want to be there for my kids' like development. I want to have like two hands in the process that is raising them, right? Like I want to be able to provide for my family, but not sacrifice time with my children. Yeah. Right? That's just always something I put out there. People call it the universe, but I put that out there to God. And lo and behold, God brought me to the fire department. Which is one of the only jobs in history with the schedule that I have. Yeah, where true. I work 24-hour shifts. So yeah, I'm away from my home for that day. But for the rest of the week, I'm home. I'm able to be, active in my family. I'm able to take trips, down to Georgia to see my mom and my sisters and my nephews. It's like I'm so present in my family and our upbringing, and I never would have thought that I was put on this earth to be a firefighter. I didn't see no black firefighters growing up, in our communities, but this was literally the perfect job for me. And it just so happens that like, I get to work for East Orange and I'm from East Orange. So literally God worked out this plan for me before I even had an input in it. And that's how I know that this is my purpose.
It's funny. So I was reading this book. It's called Ikigai. Ikigai is like a Japanese concept, which is basically ultimately means like your reason to live, purpose, right? So I think the best way they were saying to find, I guess, what your purpose is so the Ikigai is the concept of what you love, what you're good at, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. And it's an overlap of those four things. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's just a way, I guess, I believe, to help you, direct you in the path of, what your purpose is. So, just throwing that out there, because I was really just was randomly thinking about, I read that book, and I'm just like, and we talking about this topic, of ikigai and purpose, and it goes hand in hand. And I've always liked Japanese culture, so I'm always drop that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was reading Think and Grow Rich for the second time, and it spoke about Alonzo Herndon. He was the first black millionaire in Atlanta. He's revolutionary for having for being a barber, and revolutionizing the business of being monopolizing barbershops and real estate, mobilizing real estate. And his path, it just lays out like understanding like your early life, and like trying to like understand like your struggle, and like really making a way out of that. And he just, every opportunity, every job he had, like because I'm trying to relate it to what Tyler was saying. He took every opportunity he had, and he just listened to the older gentleman that was there. And I think all in all for me, I'm still on that journey of trying to learn my path and understand what I'm here to provide. And I think one of the main things I'm here to provide is leadership and guidance to the next generation. Like in the school system, I'm a teacher assistant at a school, and within Newark, and it's a special needs school, and it taught me a lot about character. And it has bred me into a better human being overall. And I think with that, I don't know, it may be in fitness, it may be in teaching, it may be in serving the community, but I think podcasting. I think when you pay attention to the jobs you have, because within those jobs is going to be telltale signs that shows you that you have a greater purpose, and that purpose could be something that could save your life and someone else's.
Yeah, I think for me, a big part of it has been trying to learn how to extract concepts, extract meaning, extract experiences, and extract concepts and put them into clothing. That's always been kind of like a big thing for me. Fashion is something that I kind of started to like have a real love, like a loving relationship when I was like my early years in high school and stuff like that. And as time went on, learning more about, I think, like luxury fashion, not just for the name brand sake, but for the craftsmanship, not only just the craftsmanship, but the thought that goes into the idea of why they're making the clothes. I think that was always kind of a big thing for me. Also, too, the giving perspective. I'm not gonna say I always have felt like this, but as time has gone on, I kind of have wanted to find more ways to give my thoughts and ideas on just a myriad of things. If we're talking about, like, obviously this time we're talking about purpose. In another conversation, we could be talking about gender dynamics, or talking about the life and experiences as a black man. All of that has kind of shaped me to kind of find my purpose in that. And it's really just to talk about these things, to give perspective, and also to I've always kind of wanted to create a line of communication with, I guess you could call it the universe, the ether, whatever, where I put things out and I could receive the reception back and hear what it gives back to me. I think a big thing when it comes to creativity that I love a lot about it is that it's really you like giving your pure ideas to the world and the universe, and you hearing back what it's saying to you. It's like a conversation. It's a very intimate conversation that you're having with the universe when you're putting that out there, that your creativity. And I think for me, that's always been that's been at the center of my purpose, to really just really explore and really give out my creativity to the world and hear what it has to say back, to a good, bad, or indifferent. Like I was talking to Kayla, my girlfriend, one time, and I was having a conversation where I was saying, like, I don't give a fuck if people tell me they hate the shit that I make. I just want to hear something. I want to hear what they say, because that's the conversation that's happening. That's how you grow. So that's kind of like been at the forefront of my purpose. But I think there's more layers to this conversation, because it's not to me, there's also a conversation about what's helped you on this path. Like, what's helped add clarity to you while you're on this path. Also, too, what's hurt you at moments in time.
I would first like to answer what hurt me. I would say fear of rejection and time stamping and age stamping certain things. I think with age stamping and time stamping, you take the joy out of the process and you overwhelm yourself. Yeah. And I think that, me being transparent, I think that's honestly what led me to a cycle of depression and anxiety and being diagnosed. And I just think with all that, it brought me to a very self-aware point, and it helped me grow more than anything. And then the fear of rejection, I think with me.
Sorry, I don't know how this shit keeps saying. No, keep going.
Good. I just think with the fear of rejection,
nigga itching to play that game.
he itching to put a spanking on somebody.
Nah, that shit itching for me to play it, bro.
No, but seriously, the fear of rejection, I think it led me to start certain things and just being so fearful of a possible outcome of things not manifesting into what I wanted it to be. So I think those two things are, like, fear of rejection is something that's thrown around a lot, but it's a real thing.
I just want to put this in there. Like, I agree with that because I think it's also too, like you said, the fear of rejection, the fear of failure. You know, I think one of the things that I would want to give to just my children or anybody as they're coming up is like, yo, fail your way to success. Like the lessons, you're gonna get way more lessons out of falling flat on your ass in your face than you'll ever get from a lot of times the winning that you do. The winning you could take away from it, like you could take different parts away from it. I'm not gonna deny that, but a lot of times you're gonna fail a lot more than you win, because at the end of the day, a lot of times when you win, especially when it comes to like in life and stuff like that, they're big wins, but failing is just a part of it. You fail tests, you don't get a job, you get fired from a job, things don't go right in your relationship. There's so many things that happen throughout life that is going to set you back, that I think at moments in time, especially when it comes to like going for the things that we want to go, we can stalemate ourselves in being so caught up in like Quan was saying, getting caught up in what we want the result to be instead of like also what Quan was saying, falling in love with the process. And I think like that's been the stage of me that I'm at in this part of my journey. It's like, yo, like I'm really falling in love with the process of getting caught up in the process of like making these things come to life. And the results, I don't even like really focus on. I'm more focused on the process and getting like the process of being in it. So yeah,
I think that's so beautiful to hear, because everything now is so like results based.
Yeah,
like and results right now.
Exactly. Like you literally got people like, I started this business. This is how many sales I made in 6 months. This is how many sales I made in a year. This is my numbers year to date. It's like, like that's strictly for other people to see. That's not how you feel about this business. Like that's not how you feel about the opportunity. That's not even a means of if the opportunity is a success. Like that's just perception. So to hear that you actually, to you, it's not even about their perception. It's more about how you feel. I guarantee you, most people don't feel that way. Most people aren't like that with what they call their purpose.
Man, I was listening to this Rick Rubin book. It's called The Creative Act, and he talks about just the process of creating and stuff, and how like the creative process and what you're making is for you. The audience should be thought of last, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. When the process of making things and putting things together, like I do that shit because I want to do it, and whatever comes from it, if people love it, if people hate it, that's very much secondary to me, as long as the idea is getting out. Because I think, obviously, when it comes to creativity and bringing things out, you do also have to be responsible. But I also think there's a step further where it's like, yo, at the end of the day, like, I'm doing this so that I can be able to tell myself that these ideas aren't just stuck up here. And you know, I'm gonna finish off with this because I want to just talk about what's hurt me throughout some of this process is like kind of like this idea of perfectionism and like getting caught up in that and wanting things to be exactly the way I need them to be, and like instead of like sometimes the beauty is in getting a thing out and seeing a body of work that you could go back to and then critique instead of being so caught up on like just this one instance of things.
Because people love the process, man.
Yeah, no.
People love seeing, damn, this shit started from here. Like, I remember sometimes just looking at, like, for example, PlayStation, the logo of it going from the PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and now PlayStation 5, and how much the logo is. I'm like, man. And with each logo comes a nostalgic feeling of, I remember this game and this, that, and how much it came from here. And it was just like, I'm sure when they put those things out, they was like, nah, it's not perfect.
But I think there's even a process before you even get to PlayStation 1 where you see what that shit looked like before they even got the PlayStation.
And then you get to see where you improve from and stuff like that. I mean, you know, for me, oh wait, my bad. Were you about to go? I know you say you about
to. Nah, go ahead.
Because I know for me, like, one big thing, I need to have more grace for myself because I'm really hard on myself about stuff. I'm mad, like, nah, I gotta have this, and you know, I punish myself. I sometimes don't talk to myself with enough love about where I'm at. Sometimes we're in my process with certain things, and I do hold myself to a high standard, and sometimes it's a little bit, sometimes almost unrealistic. But I mean, especially now too, because I'm in this space where I'm shedding like a layer of purpose. So I'm kind of, I hate to say this, but I'm in that transitional period because a lot of people say that. But it's like, you know, I have done a lot of things that I've reached a lot of goals, I guess I could say. And now sometimes when you get to a point where it's like, and I'm not saying that I've done everything I was supposed to do, but it was like, oh, well, I accomplished a lot. Like, for example, I remember it's just like little things like graduating college. You get what I'm saying? Taking pictures or doing photography and making money from it, covering concerts, you know,
for some of the biggest artists in the world.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I'm gonna just drop him. I definitely shot Travis Scott
and you saying that you don't want to say you're just in transitional period. I mean, life is a series of transitions. It's a constant series of transitions, to be honest with you.
So I mean, for me, it's like I've definitely shot, taken pictures. I've gotten the job that literally I've spoke and said that I wanted, and then got it. And then when I was there, I was like, yeah, this is nice. I don't even want to be here no more, though. And it's like now I'm here and I'm trying to, you know, I'm in that space of shedding a layer of purpose and waiting for what is next for me with certain things. And it's a very uncomfortable space because you come, like when you come back home and then you sit with yourself, it's like I'm supposed to be doing something, but me being who I am, I feel like I'm not doing anything. But sometimes that space of like, all right, I gotta sit and just sit with myself until certain things come. I'm not really good with patience. Well, I'm good with patience when I know where the goal is. But times like now where I'm, like I said, I'm shedding a layer of old purpose and things I'm not interested in anymore, because, like, you know, I've reached certain things and it's like, all right, what do I do next? And sometimes that's where it really is, because I'm really trying to refine what's my purpose with certain things, and I have to constantly be in searching mode, be in like keeping my eyes open and open to the world. But I also have to practice like being able to be okay with where I'm at right now, and that sometimes be really hard, especially when you just in a sense of like semi kind of limbo. It's like, and then sometimes, you know, and it's hard because I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes I work in social media, so I see. I'm sorry, y'all.
You just can't get the game up, bro.
I don't know what's going on. Why this one keep
Boy
going
got
on?
an itch.
Yeah, nah. This I ain't gonna hold you. This PS5 heard us talking about it like 5 minutes ago and said it like come to me. But nah, yeah, like I'm just in that space of like, you know, is waiting to see this. I guess a vision. I don't even want to say a vision or a new aspect to where I need it. I remember, and this is still something I can say that's aligned with my purpose. It's just being it more concrete and concise. I know one thing I told y'all when even beginning this podcast, I wanted to be able to bridge the gap between the African diaspora, you know, and I try to use the podcast as much. That's why I be so hard on sometimes like talking about certain topics, but also being it being relatable to, you know, black community universally, and yeah. So
I think you spoke to something very important. I just want to add on, just, you know, having that attitude of gratitude in whatever position you're in, because that season that you're in, like it may seem like a down point for you, but it's literally it doesn't last long. It doesn't last long. Like you may have to endure for a season, but that season do surpass. And when you get over that hill, like it's just greener pastures. And then you embrace and you actually look back and you feel as though you feel grateful to have gone through that spell.
And ultimately, I think you got to understand that it's not like I've arrived.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, oh, I figured out my purpose. Okay, great. It's forever changing. It's forever evolving, forever growing, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel like I've heard so many, like, you know, whatever we call successful. Like I've heard so many successful people talk about like breaking your days down to like your daily toil, like your daily routine versus like the big picture or something. You know, if you decide you want to, we're getting in shape, you know, it wasn't, 12 months from now, I'm going to be ripped up. I'm going to be Aki. It was, I'm going to the gym tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then when that session was done, it was, I'm going to the gym tomorrow. Like I said, done with the gym, I'm going to eat something proper. I'm going to eat something, you know, that will fuel my body. You know, like, and I feel like that's something that most people don't do. You know, like we just go about like the big picture, the big result of what we want versus like, what can I do today to work toward that? What can I do to put my best foot forward? And work to the 4 agreements, like always try your best. If you can end your day saying you tried your best or you did whatever you had planned for that day regarding your purpose, then that was the best possible day you could have had.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know, you know, you might get a call where another artist wants you to take pictures of them or a certain event wants you to take pictures of them, you know. But the point is like when you go to that event and you perform to your best capability, hey, Tosin, like we love what you did with the event. We might want you to shoot again. You see what I'm saying? Like the point is putting your best foot forward always in that present time and, you know, being focused, you know, on the present. And then, okay, you can approach the next day. Like whatever comes on the next day, you can deal with that because you've already did what you had to do today.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely agree with that. And I think like just at the end of the day, when it comes to just finding our purpose and finding ways to, I guess, give our imprint on this world, or you know, I'm not going to make it something like that. I think a lot of this, when it comes to the purpose, is finding ways to navigate and live our lives peacefully and without a sense of anxiety, or without a sense of, you know, lost direction, with a sense of, you know, contentment with just living life. You know, I think so many times we do have these people have these grand plans, but looking at like, hey, like what do I like to do? What brings me joy? You know, what brings a smile to my face in these moments, and what can I enjoy? I think that's really where it goes to. So I like the way we like kind of broke into this topic and like really got into it. But you know, those was really positive things we talked about. Now we on to ratchet shit. So with that being said,
that's a kid with all these knives.
These niggas talking out they neck. All right, no. But with
Don't
that
pull a coughing out your mouth.
I'm way too paranoid for threats. All right.
Let's get it, bro.
Nah, you gotta say it right though. Hey, let's get it, bro. Nah, but with that being said, if you have been living under a rock, you didn't hear the new Metro Boomin album with Future that was titled "We Don't Trust You." And if that's the case, we are going to slightly give you an update on some of these things. The album is basically a Drake diss, and the song Like That was a surprise with a surprise feature from Kendrick.
Was the spotlight of the album?
Yes, was the spotlight. It has been the talk of the time. Talk of the town.
The town
as well.
Yeah.
We're not an entertainment podcast, but this is more of a nostalgic kind of thing.
Also, we are men. Wait, hold up. We're not a.
We talk about what's important to us.
This has been a topic of contention amongst the podcast because we talk about we don't want to be an entertainment podcast, but I also want to make it very clear this shit is culture.
Yeah,
this is culture, right?
We wear many hats at this podcast.
Well, this is what we talking about right now. This is not just. This is culture. And when we talking about Kendrick Lamar, we talking about a man of the people. We talking about a man of culture.
For sure.
A man
but sometimes Drake is a man of the people to some people.
I'm saying he's Drake for as much as his music can be mad to me. He is a man of the culture. Hip hop is a part of the culture. Yeah. So I think that this is crazy when we're talking about just like the implications that come with this verse with Kendrick. I just want to go through some of the lyrics a little bit. But first of all, before I even do that, what did y'all think of the song?
Fucking great. Listen, I haven't even been listening to hip hop like that, but after that song and the album, I'm free bang gang again. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Hey man, Metro said pick a side. I said free bang gang. Nah, but for real, like, yo, listen, I really did like that song. I like the project. I'm with the men empowerment at this point too, because we needed a future song. I was getting tired of all this sexy red.
Man, when I heard, first of all, I will say I was a little bit like, just like, fuck. Because I know, like, Tosan said in the chat, like, yo, like, I give to you Future and Kendrick. For a second, I was kind of like, damn, like, I kind of do want to, like, I do kind of want to talk about, I did want to kind of hear it live. Like, that would have been crazy. But at the same time, I was like, when I heard that song, first of all, the beat, from the moment it comes on, snatches your ass by the throat. Yeah, you feel it.
It's an attention grabber for sure.
It's a word. And when I heard that, I was like, damn, this shit gonna go crazy in the clubs. Uh-huh. But
they played it last Saturday at the Speakeasy.
Yo, going in on, but listening to Future and stuff like that, cool verse. I like Future's verse. I love this hook on it.
But calling that during a Speakeasy, and that's the song they was playing.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's nothing easy about what they was talking about. But when I go into like Dot's verse, first of all, I knew it was up. The moment I knew it was up is when he said, "What did this guy say?" He said,
"Niggas clicking up."
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even him saying that motherfuckers was clicking up.
Oh,
all right. No, it wasn't even that. I knew what it was. He said, fuck sneak this and first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap. This Melly Mel if I had to. When he said, when I heard him say first person shooter, I hope they got 3 switches with him. I was like,
oh, this is direct shot.
I was like, oh nah, this man, he mean what he talking about right now. When he said that, I was like, oh, I'm like, I see what you're doing.
This is Red Dot.
I see what you're doing now.
He got a scope on.
I see what you're doing now. No, because him and Drake, man,
that was severely underrated.
Yeah,
what you just said.
Oh yeah, he got a scope on.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Him and Drake have been having this little beef that they've been having for a minute. Like, motherfuckers just going back and forth, subbing each other. But when he put it out there, like, nah, I'm coming at you, bro. Like, I'm really putting pen to pad on this. Yeah, so I knew from the jump that he was coming for motherfuckers next. I mean, even goddamn Cole caught a little stray up in there. So I say shit.
A little.
Well, he really wasn't. No, look,
First person shooters, fuck the big three. It's just Big Me.
Nigga, if I want to make an analogy, what's it called? Damn, I'm not even gonna do that because that's fucked up. But
niggas cooking up.
No, I'm saying if Kendrick was trying to shoot at Drake, he got Cole because Cole was in the car. Yeah. That's what it was. It's like, yo, I'm aiming for you, but you just happen to get hit because you was in the car. Don't be in the car with that nigga.
That's a fact.
I think that's kind of what it was. He wasn't really aiming for Cole.
So hold up. Drake was Ricky and fucking what's it called? J. Cole was Cuban Gooding Jr.
Try.
Yeah.
I was going to say that I for 2 seconds, but what I was about to say before was like, damn, I felt like Drake was pocking in that situation.
Damn.
Yeah, that's actually a real situation.
We might have to cut that.
That's too much?
Yeah, we're gonna have to deliberate.
We're
gonna have to deliberate on that.
I'll be honest with you, Sean. That was too deep for an intro.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna have to whoop your ass on UFC especially. That's how you did there. Yeah. I was like,
I actually like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Even though it wasn't an intro, but nah, I get it. I fuck with it.
You know what that brought me back to?
Nah,
that's a J. Cole song.
Nigga,
we all know.
You serious?
Oh, I didn't know y'all was hit.
Anyway, okay. Drake was Morris Chestnut, and J. Cole was Cuban Gooding Jr.
Look, I'm not even going to analogize it to that because shoot, I mean, that nigga Rondo blew his. Damn, what's good with me? Cause he blew his back out.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Damn. You a freak ass nigga. I died. I forgot that we ain't even talking about that.
Yeah.
Freaky fraud.
Hiding in all the airports and shit. Trying to escape on a private jet. You know what? Let's not even.
We might have Patreon content for that.
Yeah, I ain't got time to
get your kids locked up so you can escape. Like, come on.
I ain't got time to get on this creep booty nigga. But what's it called? At that, let's get to more positive things. Well, no, more violent and entertaining things.
Yeah, no, violent, positive for hip hop because no one's probably getting shot after this.
That's the one thing I do like about this. This ain't really. It's not no street shit. This is
really
just
it's like, hey, come at me if you want to.
I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of just like regular nigga beef. Like this is kind of like you could beef about shit like this with regular niggas.
I think I like it because it kept it all in the rap realm. There wasn't no messy rollouts about this happened in your life and this isn't. Nah, this is just.
I want you to also know though, this is messy though. Like, cause this is not just Kendrick. This is. Future's in this shit. Metro Boomin. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Rick Ross.
I put Kendrick in there because Kendrick's verse at least was the one that probably will
sent the shots.
It sent the shot, but also it's the one that could really connect it as far as the competition because when it comes to they
connects
always
all of it.
Yeah, because it really they say the big three is J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. So if Future sent the shot at Drake, it wasn't gonna be like Drake. I don't think Drake really felt like he needed to respond, or the world's not gonna feel like Drake because it's like they're gonna be like he's Drake, but they do put that conversation of big three when it becomes the Drake, Kendrick, Cole joint, and I think Kendrick saying that's the one that can pull. It feels like now Drake has to respond.
Wait. But
I seen some joint. I was just like so disgusted. They had like this picture. And it's like animated, but it has Drake the heart, Kendrick the brain, and I think it was J. Cole the soul. I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
So fucking.
Oh wait, I just wanted to say this though.
My stomach turned when I seen that shit. I almost threw my phone.
The thing about, like I said, I feel like that Kendrick verse does kind of like bring all of this. It becomes a saga now, like because I felt like if Kendrick's verse wasn't on there, you kind of like you don't really know that they're beefing like that. Mm-hmm. Even though if you look at like the lyrics in that album, you can tell like, oh damn, like they talking about somebody and they talking about a nigga that they don't fuck with. But I felt like just like that song that Metro was cooking up or whatever. You know, he had Future in the booth. They going at it. It's like, yo, like this shit popping, but I don't really think it's gonna hit. Like it's gonna hit, but I think we need someone else.
Word.
It's like, yeah, like, cause we really trying to get at this bitch ass nigga.
Whole time Kendrick was in the car loading up.
No, not even that. What's it called? That nigga Metro came in like, don't even worry about it. I know somebody else that don't like this nigga. And they really
like
called him.
Nah, but damn, it's hella people on there that don't like.
Yo, that shit was like, hey, yo, Kendrick, yo, bro, we not really fucking with bro. Yes. It's like, wait, I didn't even. Yes. It's like
he was the goal man.
Yeah,
he was ready.
I'm on a plane now.
I'm like, damn, they over here forming up like Voltron, bro. But no, it's crazy though. I'm like, yo, everybody got in there as little any way they could. I ain't gonna hold you. The Weeknd didn't have a bar, but he hummed on that motherfucker.
Nigga said, "Fuck you light skinned nigga."
He was like, I'm like, damn, now Travis.
Can I pose a question?
You a hoe.
So with Drake's response, do you guys think he needs to go? And I'm gonna explain this. Do you guys think he needs to go the Jay-Z takeover route or the Nas Illmatic route? Illmatic, excuse me, the Ether route. Do you think he needs to kill him with the minimalist bars and Ether, or have more of a overall? Some people think Takeover is an overall better song, but Ether was a better diss.
I think Drake definitely has to do the takeover route because that just kind of fits more to how he moves.
Okay.
We would be fools to expect loaded bars from Drake.
I get you.
It's crazy though. Like this makes if you talk about Art of War, it's like this makes it very hard because it's hard for Drake to pick who he's gonna aim at.
I don't think it's that hard.
Nah, but
aim at Kendrick.
I get you. He has to aim at Kendrick, but Future made a whole album about not a whole album, but it was a couple songs on there. It was like I ain't really fucking with you, and then you got Rick Ross on that shit.
Yeah.
Who said he talked his shit. Then it was also The Weeknd in that motherfucker in the background talking. I mean, he just humming in there, but that's already enough fire right there. And then it's like, on top of that, all of them just unfollowed him, and then obviously the Kendrick bar. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you're giving your enemy like too many places to focus their attention to.
I'll put it like this. I got an analogy for it. If you was getting jumped, wouldn't you?
Snuff one,
and you could only throw one punch. Wouldn't you aim for the biggest nigga?
I'm going at Debo. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
got to.
Debo
That's just survival. That's just survival.
Yeah.
No. That's not necessarily. Sometimes you snuff the weak one because he may fall out and you might find an opening to get the fuck out of there.
I don't know what. No, he said you got one punch. You got one punch, and then the rest of them are gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, but I'm saying you hit the big one. It may not phase him, but if you knock out the small one, you may find the opening to get the fuck out.
You fuck no matter what.
Like, not necessarily.
So what happens if you knock out the biggest dude?
The other people still gonna jump you.
Yeah, but it's not as hard anymore.
If you knock him out, actually, if you knock out the other dude,
you don't think that's an intimidation factor by putting down the biggest?
Because if you knock out the biggest one, like Juan said, the other one's gonna be like, oh damn,
yeah.
He knocked him
I'm not gonna lie to you, but here's the thing.
I can solve this right now. What happened when Jin Sakai killed General Temuge?
Wait, who was General Temuge again? My bad.
Uncultured.
Listen, my thing is, you aim at people's weaknesses. Like, if I go and aim for the big dude and he may not be the person that will knock out and fall, and then it don't give me an opening if they're jumping me in a circle. But if I knock out the small one and keep it moving and then be able to haul out such a motherfucker, he might fall and I might be get out. The goal is to aim a weakness. If you play in UFC and I start fucking up your legs, I'm gonna keep aiming for your legs.
That's great, but I'm just saying you're surrounded. Let me make the analogy very clear for you. You're surrounded.
Oh, I made it so clear.
Yeah, like you can't leave, nigga. There ain't no like. Well, maybe if I bite his ankles, I could like get underneath his nuts and like move past him. Like,
but no,
bro,
I swear
like,
though, I feel like hitting the biggest person is an ego hit.
No, bro.
It is because it's like, yo,
First of
literally
all-
everybody's gonna tell you aim for the weakness, look for the weakness.
No, but you have to think though, like everything is psychological. If you knock the biggest motherfucker out and they see that you just snuffed this nigga with one punch, them niggas are gonna be like,
yeah, they're gonna think twice or 3 times about even.
they not just gonna come up and load up on you. They're like, yo, if I don't like duck, this nigga gonna knock me the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That may actually give you more room to be able to be like,
Exactly.
yeah, move, nigga.
I personally feel like it can go both ways because here's the thing, I get what you're saying and you do have a point to that. But if you're trying to get out of the situation, is attack for the weakness. But I get what you're saying. Like,
I mean, you saying like so you could like, well, all right, no, I will
attack the weakness.
I will say this.
In sparring, you're gonna attack the weakness.
Well, but I'm saying like if you're talking about that, you're talking about the weakness of a opponent, not the weakness of like a fucking.
If you're attacking an army, you're attacking the weakness of the army.
I'm attacking the general of an army first. If I had one kill shot, I'm attacking the general of
It's
an
funny.
army.
I understand the psychology behind that because if you attack the general, who's going to be able to lead the troops?
But also too, I do get what Tolson is saying.
I do,
from
I
the
do
standpoint
as
of like, you know, like there is a difference between you gonna punch somebody. You rather punch somebody in their stomach than punch them in their fucking elbow. You like, you know, you punch a nigga in their elbow, you or punch a nigga in his teeth or some shit. You punch a nigga in his teeth, you liable to break your hands. But if you punch him in the stomach, that's something a little bit different. But we're talking about actually a different dynamic. We're talking actually.
I was about to say,
Also,
y'all said getting jumped. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought about when I got jumped when I was younger. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm hitting the weakest nigga so I can get the fuck out of there.
I will
Did
also
you do that?
Huh?
Did you do that?
Absolutely.
I will also say though, like just to go back off your point though, isn't that kind of like an ego thing though?
Huh?
Isn't that kind of like an ego thing too though?
What?
Like
To snuff the weakest person?
yeah.
No, that's a survival shit, motherfucker. What the fuck?
Nah, I think that's kind of an ego thing. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna hit this big ass nigga. I'm gonna hit this small nigga.
No, I was over here like, if I hit this big dude and he don't fall down, he gonna whoop my ass harder. But if I hit the smaller dude and get out, I'm gonna be able to like
Possibly.
I can hit him.
Maybe.
No, if I hit him, he look like he the one who's easiest to be able to knock out or at least get shook up, so that I found like an opening to get the fuck out. You get what I'm saying?
Possibly.
Getting jumped 101.
with all of that being said though,
Fight back.
Only in the hood.
nah, but with this whole thing with going on to like what Drake's psychology would be for it, I think it is interesting, but I think he has to aim at Kendrick because he has to aim at Kendrick in this because if you go at Future, you go at fucking Metro, you go at Rick Ross, like if he annihilates them or whatever, what does that really do for him?
Here's the thing about this. If we're talking about alliances, it's like he doesn't have to go out them by himself. He can go at them with J. Cole. And not necessarily like they get together on a bar.
I don't think Cole gonna get involved in that shit.
I wouldn't necessarily say no, he wouldn't.
I don't think Cole's gonna get involved in like
I don't think so.
If I'm Cole, nigga, I'm not trying to beef with Future and fucking Rick Ross and all these niggas. Like that don't got nothing to do with me.
No, but here's the thing. J. Cole can go for the Kendrick and then Drake can go to Future.
Yeah, but I don't really think that this is a
This nigga treating shit like it's wrestling.
No, I don't think this is
No,
a
but
group.
but that's what I'm saying.
Project.
Right now we're talking about strategy. You get what I'm saying? It's like for Drake to go at both Future and Kendrick, that's gonna like thin him out. But when you're going to war, you look for your allies. Yo, he looking at J. Cole like Kendrick dissed both of us. You get what I'm saying? And you my mans, allegedly. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm thinking about this as strategically, yo, he's gonna enlist J. Cole as one of his allies, bro, because they have a whole alliance. They already got their own little alliance right now. So, and obviously, if I'm thinking I'm Drake, I don't think lyrically I have the ability to really just go at Kendrick and Future and all of them by myself.
Look,
I'm talking about the whole clan of them by myself.
I will say this, and this is just from my opinion, and which is just one consumer. But I think also a lot of other consumers would agree too. I think Drake could never say anything about the whole Future thing and Metro thing, and no one would ever care. I genuinely feel like people, they care for the messiness and the drama of it all, but I don't really think they care about it from a musical standpoint. Like, I don't really give a fuck about what's going on with him in Future. The last, like, I told you, I thought What a Time to Be Alive was a cool album. I thought it was an okay album. And the music they've been putting out together lately has been to me. Like, I've been like, okay, it's cool. But
wait, what you talking about?
The music him and Future have been putting out lately, it's like, it's cool to me.
They have some pretty good songs.
No, I'm talking about lately. I'm not talking about overall. They've had lately, slappers.
You talking about them together or them?
No, them together. I felt like the music they've been putting out lately
what's
is
the
cool.
what's the last song they made? Working on the weekend, like usual. That shit.
Nah, that's not the last shit they made.
What's the last song they made?
That's old as hell.
That is the last song they made, I think.
It's not. Probably Wait For You.
What about
Wait For You. Nigga, that's a good ass song.
That's a cool song. I like
That's a good song. It won a Grammy.
That song pretty damn good.
That's a good song. And with the Thames on there, that's a good song.
It's a good song. It is a good song.
I wouldn't even be like, yo, that's just a cool song. Like, that shit was a good song.
They made a couple other songs, but like I said, the other couple songs you probably not even thinking about. Like I said, they just
to your point though, Sean. I get what you're saying. I feel as though if he even remotely shoots a shot at Future or Metro Boomin, it has to be a subtle like tape shot. It has to be like a something like it's like a slight jab, but the main target is definitely got to be Kendrick.
It got to be Kendrick because you gain, like, you got to think about what's the most to gain from him in this.
Yes.
There's nothing he can gain from dissing Rick Ross and fucking Metro Boomin. Like, no one looks at them as peers of Drake.
Yeah, I think they don't think they're peers of Drake. As far as rap, they're the peers of Drake. As an overall artist, no,
they don't look at Rick Ross, Future, or Metro as his equals. They don't look at them as his equals.
No.
Wait, Future? Say it again.
They don't look at Future, Rick Ross, and Metro Boomin as Drake's equals.
I mean, you could go back to what you were saying with the whole 21 Savage shit. If you hear 21 Savage, nobody in Atlanta wasn't listening to Drake like that.
No, I agree with you. Atlanta always gonna fuck with Future.
But no, I'm not even just forget Atlanta too. As far as like people who say they real rap and all that stuff, they're gonna lean towards Future.
No, look, I'll say this,
and I'm saying strictly in the box of rap.
No.
I'm not talking about like the industry and all that stuff, because obviously Drake got it in that stuff. But let's be real, Drake appeals to trying to be a rapper.
You're 1,000% right on the fact that Future has the core hip hop fan base. That strong, like real hip hop heads or whatever, they fuck with Future. And like sometimes they don't really fuck with Drake like that. But Drake has the advantage because he has a wider pool of fans. Like there are literally fans that I know that'd be like, oh yeah, I like hip hop. I listen to Drake. Like there's many fans that's out there like that. But if a guy listens to Future, if a nigga listens to Future, he probably listens to a lot of other hip hop. I could guarantee you there's motherfuckers that don't really listen to hip hop like that. They listen to Drake. They listen to Drake. Yeah. But you don't really find, if you listen to Future, you listen to other hip hop for the most part. Nobody just listens to Future by themselves.
Yeah, they just like probably put Future on that low key pinnacle.
Exactly.
But listen, man, I'm tired of Drake putting up these captions. I think that's the response. Talking about something. They'd rather go to war with me than admit that they're their own worst enemy. I'm like,
look, I'll say this. Look, with this whole Kendrick thing, take your time. I don't care. Don't take too long, but take your time because
too long.
No, look,
because they was putting a measurement against what's it called? His response times between him and Pusha T, him and
Meek Mill.
I think that was it.
Meek Mill shouldn't be put in the same category as a rapper as Pusha T or Kendrick Lamar. I get what you're saying.
No. I mean, but at the time, yeah, because that was one of his first beefs. But listen, they were saying, man, the response time wasn't more than 4 days. It's been a week now.
Look, I'll say this though.
It's been a week now,
and I'm gonna keep it a buck.
It's been a week now.
He's also on tour.
No, I'm gonna keep it a. But
isn't Drake still currently on tour?
What that mean? They carry studio. They carry mobile studios. With them.
No, but I will say this. I will say this.
They been over there talking about some attacking J. Cole while he's in album mode. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, he's on tour with them too.
Now, I will say this.
I don't think J. Cole's on tour anymore.
He's not?
I don't think
he might not be.
Yeah,
I think he might be working on his album.
Yeah, I think he's working
my
on his
main
album.
thing with all of this is this: at the end of the day, this ain't Pusha T, and this ain't Meek Mill. And when I say this ain't Pusha T, no disrespect to Pusha T, because when I say that, I'm saying this is
the artist.
I love Pusha, but he never got to the heights that Kendrick got to.
No.
Sure.
Kendrick is the only person I will say in the rap game, other than probably Kanye, but even Kanye at this point in time in his career,
this is the problem too.
I would have
because
said Travis.
This is low key. This is low key becoming an alliance game because it's like, all right, now you got, like I said, Pusha in the back over here rubbing his hands together, like just waiting for that call. He low key sending subs on Instagram and Twitter, like, damn, I hate that nigga Drake.
No, no.
And then you got Kanye, who already don't like him.
No, I'm saying like literally Kendrick is the only person that could kind of. I'm not even gonna say kind of, because I don't think it's a kind of thing. He's looking at Drake in his eyes, or they're on the same plateau.
Yeah.
As far as like hip hop royalty or whatever, So I think that this is one of those things where no, you have to shoot at the person that you have to shoot out the person that shot at you, and you have to shoot at the big dog. Like if you gonna Kendrick's jumped out the window and said he called you by name. He called you by everything but your name in that rap. It wasn't this. It wasn't.
He made everything. He made everything clear to things that obviously hang in the realm of Drake. He said, for all your dogs. Obviously, his album is called for all the dogs. Then he said, first person shooter, a song that is named directly after.
A song off of For All the Dogs.
Yeah, For All the Dogs with Drake and J. Cole. And then he said, what else?
He said everything, bro.
That's a kid with all those nines. All the dogs getting the dogs in C-17.
Yo, Drake does a lot of like Michael Jackson references. He said Prince outlived Mike Jackson.
Oh yeah, that too.
Like that was crazy. Like
so,
it's a lot of quotables, bro.
So look, man. This conversation made me feel good. I was able to get this up out of my system because I've been looking at videos for it all week. But yeah.
Please wait. What side y'all on?
All right, come on, man.
Come on.
I don't know. You got a Drake fit on too right now at the same time.
Nigga, you just said earlier I look like Kendrick. Like
only because you was dark skinned. That's why. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Drake wraps his hat to the back and wear.
I would get on your ass, but you just had a good album, sir. So I'm not even gonna do that. I loved it too. It was really good. He was tweaking on that shit, right?
Yeah.
That nigga be having shit.
Pull out, Aubrey. Relax.
Nigga trying to start with me on some shit. Alone. Why am I alone?
I ain't gonna fuck you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now TDE on the R&B side.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's kind of hard because I really do fuck with J. Cole, but I'm like, damn.
Me too. That's the only thing, man.
Damn, Free Bang Gang and Kid Dot.
Saying
Shut up. Yeah, listen, we've been Free Bang Gang for a long time. All right. I've been here since Pluto 3D. What you know about that?
Rich homie always gonna hold the Atlanta guy, ain't he? Young Scooter.
Andre Drummond, shut your mouth.
That boy, he gonna hold ATL down, right?
I spit it out.
Yeah, I got you.
I feel you.
We dog have his day.
Anything else on this?
Nah, I hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Clean your hat though. It's kind of dirty.
Oh, damn.
I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga batting looking real black.
Nah,
right
it's
now.
fine. You definitely right. We gonna get a new camera because it's not as clear. They can't see them big ass lint balls on your hat. But that's totally okay.
The crazy part is they only on here because I left them at your house.
Yo, a nigga nigga wearing plaid pants at 10 o'clock and at night is crazy.
Nigga, I came from work. I don't give a fuck.
The podcast at
What
10.
you mean? If your ass came to work on time, I would have like been able to go get my clothes changed.
I never knew niggas still wear plaid skinny jeans. That's crazy.
These ain't jeans. These ain't these pants.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
Oh man.
Man, it's cool.
Shit.
Nigga want to be Mr. Morale so bad. Like, fuck out of here. You want to be Kendrick Alter Ego so bad? Cool out, nigga.
Yo, listen,
I really-
we calling this one because y'all both
Nah, fuck that. I really could tell this nigga been gaining weight because I could see his calves. I should never see your fucking calves in your pants,
Nigga,
nigga.
I can see your chest through that baggy ass hoodie. What the fuck?
True.
What is you talking about? Nigga, I see
God.
the titties coming out the bench.
This
Relax.
shit Deion Waiters, Tim
All right.
Hardaway.
Oh wow.
What you said?
Deion Waiters, Tim Hardaway.
The rookie challenge.
Y'all niggas both pulling from the half.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna hold you.
That was a good one. I ain't going for it. That was a good one.
Now see me in the game. Turn the game on.
I was hoping he didn't say that shit. I was about to run off the camera.
Oh,
Think
man.
about to run off camera like the chicks on Maury.
Oh,
Nah.
Alright, wrap this shit up.
Yeah, we about
wrap this shit up.
we about to get up. We about to get up out of here. Quick little.
It's been great kicking it with y'all.
No, for real. Wait, you watch Raising Kanan?
yeah.
That nigga, it's like when the crackheads hit that shit, it's like, oh, it's like that. Yo, he see that nigga see that nigga die. That nigga said, "Give me some of that." With that said, yeah, man, I'm gonna give the benediction on all of this.
Not benediction.
No, for real. Yeah, we got
Relax,
pastor.
you shady
we
pastor.
we got pastor right here. Yeah, but no, absolutely appreciate all the support y'all been giving us, man. We in this for the long haul, for the process, and just enjoying everything that comes with it. So glad y'all was able to rock with us. We had fun doing this today.
This was a fun episode.
The hip hop preacher.
You stupid. Not the hip hop preacher.
Hip hop preacher.
My man's Lecrae. All right, y'all. We gonna see y'all.
Wait, who's the real hip hop preacher? E.T. or Mace?
I don't know, Ty Tribute. But all right, I'm gonna see y'all. All right, we out.
What was the other nigga? Michael Todd.
Oh yeah.
That's you, fool.
Today to get the prayer package.
I kind of do like that nigga. And I'm gonna get it out already. I like the nigga from Raising Kanan that played 50. I got it out, so y'all can't use it against me.
Nah, you don't look like him. You look like the what's it called? The brother.
What?
Oh, Marvin?
Yeah, you like Marvin.
Shit, I was about to call you Joey
Y'all-
Badass, but I don't want to get you wet.
Alright, relax. Damn, we should throw a flashback on the picture.
That nigga got happy as hell. You said Joey Badass. Nigga, how about Jackie?
Well,
The nigga
pussy got
named
wet.
ATL again?
Wait, who do you think you are, nigga? You a new school Rodney
Wait, Rodney who?
from Raising Kanan.
Oh shit, you stupid as fuck.
Come on, now.
That didn't
You
hit
think
though.
because you upgraded your glasses, you think you better? Nah, motherfucker.
Actually, I do.
He fire ass Rodney.
That's actually how I feel though.
You said Rodney, nigga.
What's his name?
Rodney.
Oh, Rodney? Oh, my bad. I don't give a fuck about that shit like that.
Chill. He tried to take out his younger brother. Chill.
Anyway, he think just because he smiled, he different. Nah, motherfucker. Go back and tell them niggas to sell crack, bro.
Cuz look like I'm about to say. I'm about to call it. Oh damn! I fucked up on
Yeah,
it.
that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys.
It's over. It's
See y'all
over.
next week.
Is that over?
Huh?
No, you still going.
Oh, shut up. We've been doing.
No, cause I'm about.
After school banter.
Yeah, I was about to be done. I was about to say
Listen,
toasting
I'll
like
decide-
Omar Epps and In Too Deep. No.
No. But you got but I ain't gonna hold you. You got your hat on like fucking LL Cool J and shit with the glasses and the hat to the back.
I like Cool J in the house.
I ain't saying it.
You a funny nigga, Flex Washington.
You the next door neighbor, Dwayne.
Nigga, that's Tyler. What you talking about?
I think Quan gets him more.
Yeah, I say I'm bigger built.
Him, the dad from That's So Raising, all the same niggas.
Yeah, you're not doing your ass Arnaz.
Oh my god, bro. That Arnaz, bro. All right, we done for real now.
I thought you turned this off already. I thought this was just.
Nah, we really-
Nah, I turned this up. I turned this up.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's alright.
Video still on too?
Alright, father from BMF.
Ty Lulu for Raising Canaan.
I forgot the